Welcome to your daily session of Pwnoagraphy. My name is Argue. Today I got an NHL 15 review, first impressions from the early access. And now, just before I get into this, I'm going to say this is going to be different opinion compared to the NHL guys that went to the EA event. Because as much as they're saying they're not biased, they're also not looking at the whole picture. You got to understand where they're coming from. They just got invited to an EA event, paid airfare, hotel, and whatnot. So they're obviously not going to say anything bad about the game because they want their chances of going back next year to remain high. But the truth has to be told about NHL 15. So let's get right into it. First, we'll start with the gameplay and the modes and whatnot. We'll start with the game modes and the screens. So first, Hockey Ultimate Team. The game NHL 15 is revolved around. Why, you may ask? Well, first, it brings in the most money, which everybody knows. So many people spend so much money on pucks. NHL 15 better be their best game mode. Well, it's slacking. They took out the offline aspect, which I believe they're patching in. They took out Play a Friend, which another thing I believe they're patching into the game in future updates. But still, NHL's development team did not go to next gen on last year's game, where all of EA's other games did. Now, obviously, NHL probably has one of the smaller dev teams, but there's no excuse for not being able to complete their most played game mode. Now, if the dev team size is a problem with them developing the game, they just have to put more money into the dev team. It's going to cost them more money to make the game, but if the game is fully complete, they will get that money back. Well, what they're leaving on people's mind from playing this early access is an incomplete game. A game that they did not have time to finish and just released it because September 9th is when the game always comes out or whatever. But it is an incomplete game. Moving on to other game modes, you got Be a GM. Be a GM has no fantasy draft, has no normal draft. What is this? You can't manage your AHL team at all. So lots of aspects missing from Be a GM, which they say they're going to try to patch some of these aspects in. Be a pro. No longer live the life. Back to be a pro. No longer questions from the media. Any of that. It's simply just reverted back to previous game style of Be a Pro. What other? They took out GM Connected. They took out ESHL. They took out Shootout Mode. Okay, I understand taking out ESHL. Sure, you didn't have time to work on it because of the dev team. I understand that. But with taking that out, you should have been able to finish these other game modes. GM mode you took out, so that's another project off the table. Shootout. Okay, I understand taking out Shootout. They said it was underplayed, and honestly, I believe when they say that. So I didn't play Shootout that much, but I know there's some people that really enjoyed playing Shootout, so they're going to be a little bummed that it's not in the game. But with all this stuff, I guess it really does come down to the dev team, and I guess NHL just does not have the budget to put into their game. With EA being such a big company, though, they might have to overspend to get a full game out. And honestly, overspending is a good thing sometimes because you'll leave a better lasting impression on the consumer. Where this game, you are not leaving a good impression onto the consumer at all. So we'll move into the gameplay now. That is one thing you cannot fault EA for. The gameplay is great. I love the gameplay, from the skating, to the hitting, to the shooting, to playing goalie. Everything just feels so much smoother. It's just better on a whole nother level for me. Going into presentation, it sounds great. The commentators are nice. The new in-game intros are a nice, refreshing change. So you gotta give EA a props on that. Also, the players' faces, most of them, I don't know, I haven't had a large enough sample size to say that they all look more accurate. But for the Oilers players, most of them, their facial expressions and whatnot, they all look more like their actual self compared to in previous games where it was just some pretty generic face. So moving forward with NHL 15, at the game's current phase and stage, I'll have to give it a 6.5 to a 7. just because of the replay value right now. The gameplay is great. The modes are missing, so honestly, you can only play Hut for so long, and then you want to play something else, mix it up a little bit. GM is lacking. They really took out the aspect of playing with your friends in ESHL, which I know was gaining, the community size was gaining larger. So as of right now, the replay value is very small. They said they were going to add in OTP, which will kind of add some replay value, and once they add drafting mode and be a GM, more people will be playing that as well. So really, once EA starts coming out with these updates, the game's quality and replay value will slowly improve, which I think everybody's looking forward to. Anyways, guys, this was my honest opinion of NHL 15. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like. It really helps me out. And if you didn't, leave me some feedback, because I'm always down for feedback. As always, guys, whenever you're bored, Pwnoagraphy is here to brighten your day. Peace out.